let's have a quick round of introduction so that we understand each other, and then we'll start the actual demo. Okay, so I just want to have little bit of background about you. If you have any experience or knowledge into any of the success factors modules, or this is the first module that you want to learn, okay, just let me know. So let me introduce myself. I am Venu. I have around 18 years of experience into the field of HR. I've started my career as HR executive for one of the manufacturing industries in Telangana. And then from there, I've learned SAP HCM. I've moved to SAP HCM. I was doing the implementations for both the Indian and the international customers. And while I was in one of the biggest implementations of India, I got an opportunity to upgrade my skills to success factors. And after moving to SuccessFactors, are like it is almost like 9 years, 9 to 10 years that I'm into SuccessFactors now. And in these 10 years, I've worked on various modules like Employee Central, Compensation, Performance Management, Recruiting, and Onboarding. Though I have worked on all of these modules, I have spent most of my time in Compensation and Employee Central. Performance management, recruiting, and onboarding were only into one of the projects where I had to support. But compensation and employee central, from the beginning of my career in SuccessFactors, I'm into these implementations and support. So coming to teaching, I'm into teaching from last 12 years. Before even getting into SuccessFactors, I was training on SAP HCM earlier. After getting into SuccessFactors, I've started training on both employee central and compensation as well. Okay, that's a brief about me. Can we have your introductions?
Yeah.
If you want me to take your names, I'll take. Otherwise, no, if you want to introduce yourself. Yeah, Funny, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, man. Funny this side.
Yeah.
So I've been into HR since long, 13, 14 years.
Mm-hmm.
This is my second module. I've learned EC, and now I'm actually going for compensation. So
Okay.
I'm currently into SuccessFactors.
Mm-hmm.
Previous to this, I was into HCM. I was HCM consultant. Now working as EC consultant.
Okay.
And there is a scope for compensation in our project.
Mm-hmm.
That is the reason I'm actually interested in this compensation now.
Yeah, thank you, Funny.
Thank you.
Next, you want to go next?
Hi.
Yeah,
Hello,
hi,
everyone.
Anusha.
I'm Anusha. I have over 6 years of experience into SAP SuccessFactors, Employee Central, and Time Off. So currently, I want to upgrade and upskill to another modules and chose compensation. So I'm currently working on a few implementations and also with parallel support. So that's it from my end. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Anusha. Next, Dhanashree.
Yeah, hi Venu. Good morning.
Yeah, hi, good morning.
Yeah, Venu Dhanashree this side, and I'm a human resources management person, like 8 years of experience in the core HR. So I'm currently working in the compensation benefits and the payroll management as an end user. So I'm using the success factor as an end user. So I'm just planning to go as a consultant. So that's the reason I'm attending this training. So I'm enrolling in this training. So I'm planning to go as a success factor consultant in the future.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks.
Hello, everyone. This is Adi
Yeah.
this side. I have a total 17 years of experience into SuccessFactor as well as SAP HR. SuccessFactor, I have almost total 6 years of experience, and compensation also I'm working from last 2 to 3 years. So looking forward for this great session and compensation. Thanks.
Oh, you are already working on
Yeah, I'm working
compensation
on
from
yes,
last.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Next, Ravi.
Yeah. So I have been working on EC and the compensation. The compensation, that project got over.
Mm-hmm.
I know a bit about how it is working and all.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Ravi.
Thank you.
Hello everyone.
Yeah. Hi, Raj.
Yeah, it's me Raj. I am a head of total reward in Schlumberger.
Sorry, your voice is very low, Raj.
Am I audible now?
Yes, much better.
Yeah, I am a head of total reward in Schlumberger, Singapore.
Mhm. So, are you using compensation or success factors for your compensation module?
So we are using for a salary planning success factor.
Mhm.
For bonuses, we are using Workday,
Oh,
and
okay.
yeah, so we have multiple applications actually for HR
Okay.
operations.
Okay. Yeah. Got it. Thank you. Who's going next? Gautam?
Hello everyone, this is Antriksh. I have total 18 years of experience that includes SAP HCM as well as SuccessFactors for the last 4.5 years working in SuccessFactor, Employee Central, performance and role management, time off, and now I'm looking forward to learn some compensation piece which is going on currently in our organization.
Oh,
Thanks.
thank you. Yeah. Who's left?
Yeah, hi, this is Dish.
Yeah. Hi.
I have total of 8 years experience in SAP CM. Currently, I was allocated for project on compensation only.
Mhm.
I don't have experience into compensation. I just wanted to learn from this session actually.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for citing. Okay. I think we are done, right?
No, I'm left. Hello, everyone. My name is
Yeah.
Jatan.
Hi, Jatan. Sorry.
Yeah. So currently, I have an experience of 15 plus of years, and currently I'm supporting SuccessFactors operations and HCM. So I'm looking
Mhm.
for this, looking forward for this training to learn the compensation. Currently, we are managing Employee Central, onboarding, time off, and all those modules.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much. I think almost everybody is somehow related with success factors. Some of you have already started working on compensation. Okay. And some of you have worked on EC and other modules, but not on compensation. I don't think we have anybody who doesn't have any knowledge in success factors. Okay. That makes my job easy. Okay. So let's get into the actual demo. I am sharing my screen. Can you all see my screen? Yes. Can you confirm? Can one of you confirm?
Yep, thank you.
Okay. So firstly, what
Yeah.
exactly is compensation? So can anybody tell me what is compensation? What do we do in compensation module? Since no, most of you have already been working on compensation as an end user or as a consultant. What is compensation? What do we use the compensation module for in success factors?
It's a salary, basically. It's a disbursement of employee spent efforts in the organization. We are compensating back into salary as a monetary.
Now, that's the term compensation, but the compensation module in success factors, what we are talking is not about the payroll process. So most of the people think the same way that compensation is about the processing of the payroll of the employees, but it is not. Now, the processing of the payroll is done in Employee Central Payroll System, ECP. Okay, so in EC we have a portlet called compensation information where we store the compensation details of the employee, okay, with recurring, non-recurring, and one-time payments. Okay, now that is used for both your compensation processes and for payroll processing as well. So payroll processing is different and the compensation is different. Compensation module in SuccessFactors is an objective way of rewarding high performance employees and retaining the valuable employees. That is, no, the definition says it is a way of rewarding high performance employees and retaining valuable employees. Meaning, compensation module is used in the organization to evaluate the employees' performance and reward them as and when needed. Okay, at the end of the year, in general, every organizations, they do the performance review of the employees and see who is performing and how is the employee's performance, overall performance. Okay, so if I'm a manager, if I have 10 direct reports who are reporting to me, it is my responsibility to look after my employees, to look at their performance, know how they are performing. Okay, so I will have to evaluate them on a scale of maybe 1 to 3 or 1 to 5. You'll have to give them the rating. And based on the rating that is given to the employees, now they should be rewarded as per company's policy. Okay, maybe someone should be getting the high rewards and someone would be getting the low rewards, or someone would be getting no rewards at all at the end of the year. Okay, so how do we define or how do we manage this rewarding process without any deviations? Okay, so we use compensation module. We use compensation module to reward the employees based on the performance of the employees at the end of the year. Now, this can be done. Some organizations, what they do, they also do it mid of the year, and they also do the annual. Most of the organizations that I have seen, that they do the reward cycle or the focal cycle or the compensation cycle at the end of the year. And depending on the country that you are implementing for, we have a different fiscal years, like it can be a Jan to December or it can be April to March. So depending on the financial year, we would be doing the compensation review after the performance appraisal because we need the employee's performance. The other way of doing the compensation review is instead of using the performance module or performance review template for the employees' appraisals, we do the reviews within the compensation module using comp award level. We have a field called compensation award level where you can configure it as level 1, level 2, level 3, or whatever levels that you want to have, level 1 to level 5, or maybe you want to have them as meets expectations, exceeds expectations, or far expectations. So you can now have the levels maintained in the compensation module as well, where you will be doing the evaluation within the compensation plan and then recommend the salary increases. So either it can be integrated with performance module to get the ratings from performance module and do the compensation review. Now, apart from the rewards, the merit, we call them merit increases. The salary increase, what we do at the end of the year, that is called merit. Apart from the merit, we can also have the bonus planning in the same template. We can also have the stock planning in the same plan. So usually the organizations, they use different templates for different options. Like you want to have merit increases, you have one template with merit increases. Okay, bonus or the bonus can be processed either if you have a simple process of bonus that can also be done in the compensation template itself, or if you have extensive process, then you can create another template which can be a variable pay. And for stocks, it is generally mixed with the compensation itself. Okay, so compensation module can be implemented for any customers with EC or without EC. Most of the customers across the globe, 90% of the customers, we have employee central and compensation modules together. Wherever compensation module is being used, we have customers who fetch the data from employee central because employee central is already implemented, and then we use that data to review the compensation plans in compensation module. And there are some customers, 10 out of 100 customers, or maybe 5 out of 100 customers, who has not implemented employee central but want to have compensation module in SuccessFactors. So in that case, we will still be able to manage the compensation template without employee central. Employee central is basically used to maintain the master data of the employees. For the compensation, we need the employee basic details like name of the employee or designation of the employee, what grade the employee is in, what is the joining date of the employee, what is the salary of the employee, what is the frequency that is being paid or what is the currency of the paid. So all of this information comes from Employee Central. And some information comes from performance management, like the appraisals, like the performance rating comes from the performance module. And then rest of the configuration, we do it in the compensation module and we process the merit increases. And once it is completed, we'll be moving these compensation details or merit increases to Employee Central if you have Employee Central. And then we also generate the statements. But if customer is not using Employee Central, they want to have only compensation module within SuccessFactors. Yes, that is also pretty much possible. We can do only the compensation review, but we need employee data. So we'll have to upload this information for whom you want to do the merit increases or the stock processing. If you want to do, you'll have to upload the data into the system. So whatever data that you upload, system will consider that data for processing. And then once it is completed, again, we need to download this data and use this data into your target application, because we are not using Employee Central or any other modules in SuccessFactors. So we need to extract the data and upload it into the other applications. Let's say if you are using Workday or SAP HCM or any other module, we need to load that data. Okay, so that's the basic what we would be doing in the compensation module. So in compensation module, now I have split this complete course into 12 sessions. If it is, if you are covering these sessions every day, 1 hour of session every day, which comes to 10 to 12 sessions. But this batch, we are planning to have it on the weekends. So we'll be having it on Saturdays and Sundays, Saturday 2 hours and Sunday 2 hours. So we'll be covering it in 2 or 3 weeks max. Okay, so I have the course content, what we would be covering in next 12 sessions. We'll be following the same steps that SuccessFactors recommends. What are the steps that we need to follow to implement SuccessFactors compensation for any customers. Okay, there's a sequence of steps what SuccessFactors recommends. We follow the same sequence. We start with the provisioning settings. There are few settings that we will have to do. By default, when you enable compensation module in SuccessFactors, like any other module, we have few settings that needs to be done in provisioning. Though we don't have many settings, but yes, there are some settings which are enabled by default for all customers, and the other settings, depending on the customer needs, we may have to do it in the provisioning system. And other than enabling or disabling the certain functionalities in provisioning, we also schedule a job for the compensation module. During the compensation cycle, we schedule a job which runs every day. Now, depending on the schedule that we have put, it runs every day and fetch the data from Employee Central and update. Now, there might be some employees who are terminated, or there might be some managers who are terminated. So managers who are terminated, the employees need to be moved to a different manager. Employees who are terminated, they should be moved out from the template. So all of these things, to get the template updated, we have to schedule a job, and then this job will take care all of these activities during the compensation process. Now, this job can be run from front-end instance as well, but this is forcibly run as and when required. If you want to run, you can also run it. But if you want to have this run every day, recurring, then you need to schedule it in the provisioning system. Okay, and once we are done with the provisioning settings, we'll come back to the instance and do the rest of the configurations. I'll take a pause here and see if you have any doubts so far.
So, if I forward a question, what is the percentage of provisioning interference and instance efforts actually?
Provisioning, I can say again, same as like other modules, maybe hardly 5 to 10% of the configuration, the entire configuration, not even 10%, the 5%, 5 to 10% of configuration, we do it in the provisioning, and rest of the 95% is done in the instance.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Any other doubts? No, we are good. So let me go. Can you all see my screen? What screen do you see now?
The form statement.
Compensation statements.
Compensation statements, right? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I have connected my external monitor, and then external monitor shows a different screen. Okay. So what we would be doing in the next couple of sessions would be, so we'll be starting off with the, once the provisioning setup is done. Okay, firstly, we'll be looking at provisioning, and then, or let me do one thing. Let me stop share for a moment and open the course content. We'll look at the course content, what we'll be doing.
So we will be following the SAP best practice processes in this session, right?
Yes.
If I understand correct?
Yes. Yeah, I'm sharing my screen. I'm sorry. Yeah, can you all see the screen? Can you all see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we
Okay.
can see.
So we'll start with the compensation management introduction, and then there are a couple of things that you should know before getting into compensation, like compa ratio, range penetration, and the salary proration. Okay, compa ratio and range penetration, all of you must be knowing because we use it in Employee Central. But if you don't know about these benchmarking techniques, so how to calculate compa ratio, how to calculate the range penetration, how they are used in the compensation module, that we will discuss. Okay. We also do the salary proration. Compensation management allows us to enable the salary proration because you will be having different employees, different employees with different joining dates. And then everybody should be getting the compensation or the merit increases as per their availability in the organization. Let's say if an employee is there in the organization for the complete 365 days, and there is another employee who is at the same level with same performance, but he has been with the organization only for 3 months or only for 4 months or only for 6 months. Now, both of them should be rewarded, but their salary is to be prorated when you do the recommendation. Okay, so how do we calculate the prorations? No, whether you want to prorate the salary and reward the employee, or you want to prorate the guidelines and then pay that amount to the employees. Okay, that we will see in salary proration calculations. And then we go to provisioning, we set up, we enable or disable the services, and we also configure or create the job for processing it during our compensation cycle. And then how do we navigate to the compensation? So where do we go to enable, where do we go to configure the compensation planning, and how the end user would be navigating to the compensation module? There's two ways. One of it is the consultant navigating to the configuration where they do the configuration. And then second is the end users, managers or managers or the executive members logs into SuccessFactors and navigates to the compensation module. Okay, we'll see the navigation part. And then assigning roadmaps to the compensation template within SuccessFactors for all the approvals. We use different techniques. Like in Employee Central, we use the workflows. If you want anything to be approved, we use the workflow processes there. And all the template-based configurations like compensation, performance management, or recruiting, we use the roadmaps. We need to define the roadmaps. Who would be the first level of approval or second level of approval? Who would be closing out the forms? Now, where should the forms be? Where should the forms be launched? Whom should these forms be with? So all of this we'll be doing in the roadmaps. So employee data export, we generally do it only if you're using the compensation module for non-EC integrated template where you import and export the employee data. And then compensation data uploading optional. So this one also, this is only for the non-EC integrated. We have currency conversion table. Currency conversion table is used to convert the amounts into different currencies. If you are implementing for a global customer where the customer has their operations in different countries, but the compensation module is taken care globally. The HRs, the global HRs, now where you would be doing the compensation review for multi-country employees. If I want to look at their salaries in my own currency, let's say I'm doing the compensation review for the employees who are in US and I'm here in India. So my currency is INR, whereas the employee's currency is USD. So if I want to convert their salaries into INR, or the salaries to be converted from INR to USD, just to look at now what we are granting them, we can convert the currencies. To convert the currency, system needs know what is the conversion rate that it has to consider every year or every day. The conversion, the currency conversions varies. Okay, so we'll have to upload the recent currency conversions in the system, so that system considers those values and displays the amount. Okay, so we will have to do the currency uploads, currency conversion uploads in the beginning of the compensation template. So we'll do that. Then we have salary range, job code, and pay grade mapping. If customers are not using Employee Central, we may have to do this in compensation template. But otherwise, if customers are using EC and compensation, then the system would pick up the salary ranges, job code, and pay grade mapping from EC. Okay, we'll see how to create a compensation plan. Now here we have clone compensation. Clone means copying the compensation plans. We have different options to create a compensation plan. So one of it is to copy from the existing plan. And the second is, if you have a template with you, you can upload that into the system through XML file. And the third is you can also have the compensation plan downloaded from SuccessStore. SuccessFactors gives you some standard templates where you can download the standard templates and upload it into the system, or directly from the SuccessStore, you can copy the plan and then you can modify those templates as per customer needs. We'll see the basic settings, like how to set up the eligibility rules, what all settings we have to do, both the basic and the advanced settings we'll be seeing. And then we have design worksheet, which is the major part in the compensation configuration. We'll have to design the entire compensation template. What all fields you want to have, we call them columns. What all columns you want to have in each of these templates. What is each of those fields used for? Do you want to get these fields from different modules like performance module or for employee information or employee central module? Or you want to create a custom field and then map it to something else. Okay, either from tables you want to bring the data, or you want to auto calculate the data within compensation module. Okay, so those things we'll see in the design worksheet. We'll also see the formulas, how to create custom formulas like addition, subtraction, if, else. We can use many formulas within the compensation form design worksheet. So we'll see those different ways of creating the columns in design worksheet. Then we have lookup tables with custom business scenarios. Every customer uses lookup tables in some because of their requirements. If something is not available in the system, like Employee Central or any other module, we can create this data in the form of tables and bring the values from the tables into the compensation template using lookup table formulas. Okay, so we also do the plan instructions. If there are any new managers, new planners who are doing the compensation review and they want to know the process, we can give some instructions to them on the compensation template itself. So we'll see how to configure these instructions in the template. Then we have compensation period data. If you want to bring the previous year's data into current template, let's say, let's take a simple scenario where I want to consider previous 3 years employee data and see if the employee has got the highest rating but not promoted or but not given enough merit increase. Now, after 3 consecutive years of high performance, we want to consider the employee for promotion. So I want to see what are the last 3 years ratings or what are the last 3 years salary increases that we have given to the employee. So we can fetch these details from the previous compensation templates. Okay, so that is configured in compensation period data. We'll see that. Then we have budget rule. Again, every template should consist of the budget as well. Every planner will be given some some amount of budget, they will have to restrict to it. Now, whatever allocation that they are doing, they should keep the budget in mind and do it. Okay. They cannot exceed the budget. Again, we can control whether users can exceed the budget or no. System should restrict them to use only the budget what is being allocated. So how to configure these budgets differently, we'll see that. We have eligibility rules within the organization. If you have some employees whom you don't want to consider for the compensation review, like eligible employees, who are the eligible employees and who are the non-eligible employees whom you want to exclude them from the compensation plan. Like I don't want to consider consultants, contractors, or apprentices or trainees. Okay, or whichever employees are joined after certain dates, I don't want to consider them for compensation planning. So we can create eligibility rules and then run the eligibility rules to include only the employees who are eligible for the compensation plan. We'll see how to write those business rules. Then we have guidelines. Again, different customers uses different guidelines. Some customers go with a simple guidelines, like they just consider what is the performance rating of the employee and what should be the merit increase that should be given to employees. Let's say if we have 5 rating, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 5. Level 1 is poor and level 5 is the top rating. So for the employees who are in the top rating should be granted 10 to 15% of increase. And then level 4 of employees should be getting 8 to 12% of increase. So these are called the guidelines. So this is a simple guideline where we can use only the performance rating, but different organization uses different guidelines. Some customers considers their grade as well, their compare ratio or the range penetration as well, or depending on their geo zone or depending on their company, we can have these components included while doing the guidelines. Next is rating sources. Again, as I discussed, rating sources can be either from performance management firm, or we can also do this in the compensation itself using comp-forward level, or if you have a PM system outside the SuccessFactors, you can download the ratings and upload into the compensation form. So how to manage these rating sources differently with different sources, we'll see in the rating sources. And then we have defined planner. Planner is someone who would be doing the merit recommendation. Now, most of the cases, it would be the manager who would be doing the salary recommendation. But in some organizations, we will have a different manager, not always the immediate manager who would be recommending salary increase. It would be someone called compensation manager or the second level manager who will be doing the salary revisions. So we can define who are the planners or the salary recommenders. And then we'll see, now this completes our compensation configuration. Then we'll see how to launch the worksheets. Now our configuration is ready. We have set up budget, we have set up eligibility rules, we have set up all the columns that is required. And then we'll see how to create a worksheet, how to launch multiple worksheets at a time. Okay, or one single worksheet, how to launch it. Okay, once the compensation worksheet is launched, if we have to make any changes in the worksheet, how do we do the changes? Like adding an employee to the worksheet or removing some employees from the worksheet or more updating the compensation forms that we see in add, move and delete employees. Again, we have a job which will be scheduled in the provisioning. This job can be run from instance as well. We'll see in both the places how to run the job from the instance and how to run the job in the provisioning as well. We can also do an audit of the compensation data. Like if somebody has recommended some percentage, but next level, when it went to next level, somebody has changed, the next level manager has changed the rating. And then when it went to HRBP has changed the rating. So if you want to do the audit, who has modified, when was this modified, who has modified, we can pull the audit report from the compensation template. We have different reports available in compensation, like roll-up report or the aggregate export. And we can also download the executive review report. We'll see different ways of extracting the data from the compensation template. And then we have statements, once the compensation cycle is completed, we'll have to design the compensation statement. It is similar to your payslip. What is the current compensation of the employee? How much salary managers or the planners have recommended? And what is the final salary? Some employees may also be promoted in this in the compensation plan. So what is the promotion grade? What is the old grade and what is the new grade? What is the old salary? What is the new salary? So all of this information we can configure or design in the compensation statements. And once the statements are generated, the statements would be available for employees in their people profile screen, or managers can also navigate or download the compensation statements and share it with the employees. So managers have different option and then employees have different option. So statements, when you're generating the statements, if you have observed or if you have seen some errors in the compensation statements where you want to recall all the statements and then reconfigure or modify the statements and regenerate, we can do that as well. We'll see how to recall the statements, how to generate the statements, and how to preview the statements. That we'll see. And the last step would be publishing the compensation data to Employee Central, because most of the data we have fetched from Employee Central, like the employee details, the current salary details, and all. But with a effective date, employee's salary should be updated in the Employee Central as well, Employee Central compensation information as well. So we publish the data from compensation module to Employee Central. Okay. So how to validate the data that is published in the system, that we see at the end. So this is the overall content that we'll be covering in next 10 to 12 sessions. Okay. We'll take a pause here and see if you have any doubts.
Venu, Antriksh here.
Yeah.
Right. I just have a question regarding the rating source, because many organizations are moving from single rating to double rating, for example, performance rating and talent ratings, sort of things. So I just want to understand from a product perspective, is it possible that dual rating can be considered in compensation form and accordingly proposals can be given?
Now, when you say multiple ratings for an employee, we can configure multiple rating sources. Like if you have different performance templates, let's say for grade A employees, we have one template, grade B employees, we have a different template. Okay. So we can configure these two templates in the compensation form to pick the rating. But if one employee has multiple rating, that option is not available. If you have two different, let's say you can customize that. One in the standard rating sources, you can only pull one rating for each employee. We don't have option of pulling both the ratings, combine the rating and show up in the compensation form. No. In the standard rating source field, it will pick up either the rating that is from the one particular performance form, or if you have uploaded the ratings into in Employee Central and you want to fetch from there, that can be done. Or if you want to show two different ratings, then you need to customize, you need to add one more custom column and bring the values, both the values. And these two values can be considered for your salary guidelines. That is possible. But in standard system, it is only one rating which can be pulled for each employee. You can add multiple rating sources if you have different templates for different grade employees or different company employees, different country employees. That is possible.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in our organization, we have three processes. One called annual group increment, and second promotion planning, and the third one is bonus payout. So in our demo, in our batch, the compensation sessions. So will you be covering the promotions?
Yes.
Promotion? Okay.
Yes, we'll be covering promotions and bonus. If it is a simplified process, like generally the bonus either it can be a simple process or the complicated process. Simple process can be covered in the same compensation template, but if you want to have the extensive the bonus calculations, like you want to consider employees' performance, you want to consider company's performance, you have a company's goal and employees' goals differently, and then you want to calculate all of this and put this into bonus calculation. That is not possible in the standard compensation template. You'll have to go with variable pay. The standard bonus calculations, like you have some amount of percentage. Let's say every employee, when they join the organization, depending on the grade, they will be given some bonus percentage, 10% or 15% or 5%. Okay, which is again stored in the compensation information. And at the end of the year, again, it is manager's discretion whether they want to grant the complete 100% of the bonus to the employee, or you can have no percentages maintained in the compensation form, and then system automatically calculates what is the bonus that is to be granted, and this will be published to one-time payments called bonus component. So that simplified process can be seen in the compensation plan itself.
We will be covering the basic bonus planning process in our
Yes.
session.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Anything that can be done in one single compensation form? Yes, promotions as part of the compensation plan. So we'll do the promotions as well. Yeah. Anything else?
Is variable pay also part of the compensation?
No, this is not covered. The 10 sessions what we are talking, 10 to 12 sessions, this is purely on the compensation, not on the variable pay.
Okay.
Variable pay is, again, it takes another 10 to 15 sessions to cover the complete variable pay.
Hi, Venu, one quick question.
Yes, Fanny.
A customer is currently having it for a couple of countries, and they are planning for the rollout for a couple of new countries, basically. But we are not from the implementation team. We are from the support team, basically. But what I heard was like we will also be involved in a couple of tasks and all. Usually it is not an implementation task, but some miscellaneous tasks and all. But we will with the client and all. So I mean, after these sessions, will I be able to answer any of their questions and all related to it?
Yes, definitely.
As in the questions would be like as is versus to be.
To be, yes.
Yeah, one more.
Yes, you'll be able to answer.
More of that form. Yeah.
Yeah. See, usually even for the global customers, if you want to have if the process is same for all the countries across the globe, you can manage that in one single template. Sometimes the time period is different, and the process is different, and the guidelines are different. So you will have to have different templates for different countries in that case. Otherwise, it can be in one single template. I have now configured a template for 20 different countries in one single template itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Other than that, as you know, as we are from support, actually, we will not have much load basically, other than our half-yearly releases or instance refreshes and seasonal activities like any compensation launch. I mean, that is what the picture what we have currently. Okay, yeah, thanks for the clarification.
So this is going to be a weekend batch, is it?
Yeah, this is going to be a weekend, and we are planning to have it Saturdays and Sundays, 2 hours each. Timings are yet to be decided. It could be 8 to 10 or 8:30 to 10:30 or max 9 to 11.
All right.
IST.
Thank you, Venu.
Yeah.
So Venu, this is Jatin here. I just have one
Yeah.
query. So
Yes, Jatin.
as a part of this training session, you'll be also giving us the access to the demo sessions, right? This demo session.
Yes.
So will that be available for entire, or 12
Yeah,
sessions?
1 month. You'll be given the system access for 1 month.
24/7, right?
Yes, 24/7.
Will that also include the provisioning?
No, provisioning is not included, because provisioning access is only granted by SAP. If you are a certified consultant, there are prerequisites, like you should be a certified consultant, and then you should be associated with implementation partner. Your SUser ID, certificate ID should be mapped with partner ID, and then you'll be able to get the provisioning access. Provisioning access would be granted again by SAP only, not by any individuals or implementation partners. So we'll not be able to grant provisioning access, but will give you the instance access.
Okay, so at least will take us through the entire, config and everything.
Yes, the provisioning, I'll show you. I will log into my provisioning system and show you what needs to be done in the provisioning system.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, we'll be starting the sessions from tomorrow itself, the regular sessions. So whoever are interested, you can let your coordinators know, and then we can plan accordingly.
So the same agenda you will be following, right? The introductions and the setups and so on and so forth.
Yes. So whatever that we have discussed here, will be not doing all of these things in the same sequence. So tomorrow,
Great.
yeah, tomorrow would be the first session. So we'll start with the provisioning setup, and then we'll discuss about these things.
Okay. Makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah.
During the classes, if we have any doubts, that means during the week, is there any way to contact you or something? That means
Now you can always reach out to your coordinators. They will get in touch with me. They'll know. I'll try to answer all your queries if you have any in the weekdays.
Okay.
Because I'm also working. So I work for one of the US customers. So I will be working during second half of the day. So my day starts at 3 o'clock, the 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and like I work till 12 a.m. Then I have a couple of weekday classes going on, employee central classes. So I'll not be able to take the calls. So generally, participants reach out to their coordinators, and then they'll contact me, and then I'll try to reply them.
Okay.
But in the regular sessions, like in the if you have any clarifications, usually we start our day with clarifying your doubts if you have any from the previous session or from your practice, and then we'll start our regular class.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we'll stop it here for today. Then you can show your interest. You can reach out to your coordinators and give your consent to them. We'll connect. Hope to see you all soon in the regular sessions from tomorrow.
Highly appreciated, Venu. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
See you soon.
Thank you all.
Thanks, Venu.
Thanks, Venu.
Thank you, Venu.
Thank you.
Thanks, Venu.